What is up, everyone? Saints Collector 9 coming at you with another video today. So today's video is going to be the first edition of NFL Talk every single Tuesday on the channel, but this week is Wednesday because there was a game yesterday. So we're just going to be talking about, what's going on this week in the NFL, analyzing all the games, stuff like that, talking about other news. So this was week 13. Nothing really big happened. Actually, one big thing did happen. We'll get to that later, but let's get into it. First, before I continue, I want to give a shout out to Fire Hits. He and I have a deal where every video we have, we're going to be just giving each other a shout out, just a way to improve each other's channels. So that is Fire Hits. I will link his channel down in the description. Go sub to him. Great channel. Great kid. I'm actually working out some trades with him right now, so that's pretty awesome. So let's get into it. So first, got to talk about the Saints. Saints versus the Falcons. The Saints did win 21-16. So I expected the Saints to win. I thought Taysom Hill would have a great game, and he did. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was great on third down. I think it was like 12 for 14 on third down, which is amazing. So that's great for the Saints. They did clinch a playoff spot, and so yeah, that's great. Kamara had a great game, 88 yards rushing. Don't really remember receiving yards, but he had a good game rushing. Michael Thomas, another pretty good game. I think the Saints are looking pretty good. If Breeze comes back and he can spread the ball around a little bit more, get Kamara a little more involved in the receiving game, I think the Saints can go pretty far. Their defense has definitely stepped up from the past couple years. Probably one of the best D-lines in the league. So super happy for that. And the Falcons are pretty much non-existent at this point. No one really cares about them. Now let's go on to the Jets versus the Raiders. This is another one I want to talk about. The Raiders did win 31-28 on the last play of the game. Derek Carr threw a dime to Henry Ruggs, and for some reason, the Jets decided to all-out blitz on the last play of the game, leaving all of their corners man-to-man coverage on the field. Henry Ruggs got wide open because he is one of the fastest wide receivers in the league. Probably a mistake there on the Jets' part. So I think the Jets are not trying as hard to win games. I think they are tanking to try to get a high draft pick, most likely Trevor Lawrence. So yes, and Greg Williams, the defensive coordinator, was fired after he made that horrible call. The Jets would have won the game if they just, put their secondary back towards the end zone. They would have won the game. And so the Raiders, I don't really know about the Raiders. They're super inconsistent. They beat the Saints, then they went out and beat the Chiefs, and then they lost to the Falcons 45-3, I think it was. And then they come out and almost lose to winless Jets. So I think the Raiders got to pull it together if they're going to have a chance. They are not if the playoffs ended today, they would not be in the playoffs, but they would be the first in the hunt. So I think the Raiders do have a pretty good chance of making the playoffs. We'll see how that goes. Next game, Bengals, Dolphins. Dolphins did win 19-7. Dolphins are looking pretty good. I think they're 8-4. Tua's looking great. Love me some Tua. He is a left-handed quarterback, and I am left-handed, so that is one of the reasons I love Tua. Bengals, yikes. I'm just very, very sad that Joe Burrow went down. He looked amazing. He looked like he was definitely a franchise quarterback. So terrible that he went down. They're going to have to run with, I forget his name, but they're not using Ryan Finley. They're using someone else. I forgot his name. So Bengals are definitely going to get a high draft pick again this year. I think they're like 2-11 or something. And this is actually the Dolphins' best start since 2003. They are 8-4 for the first time since 2003, which is good. So yes, next game, Browns-Titans. Browns did win 41-35. The Browns are looking good. For the first time in about 30 years, the Browns are actually looking like not a bad team. Baker's looking really good. He had 4 touchdowns in the first half, which is amazing. Titan defense, they need to work on some stuff, definitely. Derrick Henry, he had a pretty good game. Ryan Tannehill, pretty good. They scored 35 points, but their defense needs some work. Definitely need some work there. Browns, Titans both look like they are going to make the playoffs, so good for them. Next game, Jags versus Vikings. Vikings did win 27-24. Justin Jefferson, he is a beast. I honestly think he's definitely a top contender for Rookie of the Year since Joe Burrow did go down and Justin Herbert did not have a great game against the Patriots. We'll get to that later. So, this is Justin Jefferson's 5th 100-yard game of the season. That is the record for the Minnesota Vikings, which is awesome. Again, yikes. I'm kind of scared for the playoffs because I really, really don't want the Saints to have to face the Vikings because last couple of years that has not turned out well. And I think the Jaguars, they had a pretty good game. They only lost to 3 points to a really good Vikings team. James Robinson is doing really, really good. An undrafted undrafted rookie out of, I don't remember his college, but yeah, he's doing really good. He's definitely the best running back in this class. I actually have him on my fantasy team, and he's doing super good for me, so super happy for James Robinson. I think the Jags are going to draft a new quarterback. I think they have to. Gardner Minshew, he's decent, but I don't think he's a franchise quarterback, so they definitely need to do that. All right, next game is Colts and Texans. The Colts did win 26-20. The Texans, yikes. Bill O'Brien made probably the worst trade ever, trading away DeAndre Hopkins, and that's just been horrible for Deshaun Watson. He doesn't have anyone to throw the ball to. They have no offensive line. The running back is trash. I feel bad for Deshaun Watson. He has no weapons. The Texans need to give Deshaun Watson the weapons because let me tell you this. Deshaun Watson is a monster. He is a very, very good quarterback. If they can just give him some stuff to work with, he can be an MVP. I'm telling you. And the Colts, they are behind the Titans in the AFC South. They are second. They do have the same record with 8-4, I think, but the Titans do have the tiebreaker from their head-to-head matchup. So the Colts are in the playoffs right now. They could maybe potentially clinch a higher seed if the Titans do lose a couple games. So looking forward to that. Next game, Lions-Bears. Lions did win 34-30. They are both 5-7 at the bottom of the NFC North, so no playoffs hopes for them there, fortunately. Bears kind of blew it. I think they started off 5-1. Now they're 5-7. Lost 6 games in a row. Pretty terrible for the Bears. For first time in a while, the Bears' offense has looked good, and their defense has not looked amazing. That's never happened. I think it was the second time that the Bears have scored over 30 points this season. So that's good for the offense. Defense let up 34 points to a not-so-good Lions team. So that's kind of a yikes. Next game, Giants-Seahawks. It's another great game. The Giants did win 17-12. And that's good for the Saints because now they have a more likely chance to get the number 1 seed in the NFC. Of course, they are contending with the Packers. Hopefully they can get the number 1 seed. And the Giants, their defense played super, super well. They were just wrecking havoc on Russ. So yeah, I think they got 4 sacks, something like that. So really, really good. I think that's what they were trying to do. I think the Giants going in were definitely trying to put pressure on Russ, see how he could do, and worked out well because they did win. The Giants are tied for the top of the NFC East with the Washington football team. They have 4 straight wins for the first time since 2016. So that's a yikes for the Giants, but at least they got 4 straight wins. So, and the Seahawks are now tied with the Rams for first and the NFC West. So we'll have to watch that for playoffs. Next game, Rams-Cardinals. The Rams did win 38-28. The Rams are actually the top of the NFC West because they do have the tiebreaker with the Seahawks, I think. Not sure about that, but yes, the Rams are top of the NFC West. The Cardinals, they started off then they kind of picked it up there. when they beat the Seahawks and the Bills. But since then, they've kind of been slacking. They've dropped off a little bit. And the Rams have also started off pretty bad, but they've picked it up definitely. They're 8-4 now, so they're definitely a real contender in the NFC. All right, next game, Eagles, Packers. Packers did win 30-16. And yeah, so Packers definitely top contender for NFC or number 1 seed. Saints are still in the lead. They have a 1 game. They're 1 game ahead of the Packers, but if the Packers do tie it, they do have the head-to-head win against the Saints. So got to look out for that. Also for the Eagles, they did put Jalen Hurts in, and I think that he looked really, really good. He had a really clutch. Well, I guess it kind of wasn't clutch, but he had a really clutch throw, like a 30-yard throw to the end zone. I don't remember. It was either 3rd or 4th down. I don't remember, but that got the Eagles a touchdown. It was a really nice throw. So I think Jalen Hurts is going to be really good. They did decide to start him this weekend. Super excited to see how he plays. I expect his card value to go up. I did have a couple of his rookies. I dug them out, sleeved them up. Hopefully those will get some value if Hurts does good. Excited about that. Patriots, Chargers. Patriots absolutely destroyed the Chargers 45-0. That's crazy. Cam Newton, he had a pretty good game. He had 1 rushing touchdown, I think. I don't think he had any interceptions, so decent game for Cam. The Chargers special teams, yikes. They had 1 blocked field goal return for a touchdown and a punt return for a touchdown. I did hear that the Chargers hired a brand new special teams coordinator before the game. Pretty sure that's right, so they got to work on that definitely. Herbert did not look too good. No TDs, 2 interceptions. So his offensive rookie of the year, forerunner, definitely went down with that. And Anthony Lynn, they said that he would be coach for the rest of the season, I think, but they would look over him for the offseason. I think he's going to go during the offseason. I think they're going to look for a new coach, the Chargers. So, looking forward to that. Broncos and Chiefs, 22-16. The Chiefs did grind out the win. They didn't even play that good. The Tyreek Hill touchdown catch that no one saw. They could have challenged it for a touchdown. Didn't happen though. Tyreek Hill definitely caught that ball. Andy Reid could have challenged, but he didn't. The score would have been higher if he did, obviously. So yeah, Broncos actually did really good. Their defense played amazing. Drew Lock played pretty good, but I think if the Broncos want to be a good team, Lock has to play better. He had 2 picks, 1 at the beginning of the game and 1 on the last drive. So yeah, definitely. I don't know if I think Broncos are gonna keep Lock for next season, see how he does next season, and then go from there. And yeah, like I said, the Broncos defense played really good. Happy for them. And I think the Chiefs kind of lost a little bit of the reputation. They almost lost to the Broncos, which are not that great of a team. So, I don't know. They might have lost some momentum there. So, now we're going to get into the primetime games. Let's start with the Washington football team versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Washington football team won 23-17, knocking out the Steelers' undefeated streak, which is kind of unfortunate. But again, a lot of pressure has come off the Steelers, so they don't have to make an undefeated season now. So I think the Steelers are going to do a little bit better. And also, the Washington football team is at the top of the NFC East with the Giants. They both are 5-7. And I think Alex Smith is going to get comeback player of the year. I think it was a contention between him and Roethlisberger, and Alex Smith beat Ben Roethlisberger. So I think he's definitely going to get comeback player of the year. And yeah, so Bills and 49ers. The Bills won 34-24. Josh Allen looked really, really good. I think he's definitely in the MVP conversation. He has 26 touchdowns and 8 picks on the year, which is pretty good. And the Bills are number 3 in the AFC, so probably going to make the playoffs for them. And the 49ers are pretty much out at this point. They are 6-6. They're either 6-6 or 6-7, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. kind of unfortunate for the 49ers, but next game, Cowboys and Ravens. The Ravens did win 34-17. Lamar Jackson looked really good. He had that one 37-yard touchdown. So good for Lamar Jackson. He's definitely got some momentum now. And the Cowboys are out of the playoffs. There's no way they can get into the playoffs at this point because the football team and the Giants are at the top of the NFC East. And the Ravens are back in the hunt for playoffs with that win. So that wraps up all the games for this week. The Bucks and the Panthers were on their byes. Bucks versus Vikings next, and Panthers versus the Broncos next. So that was all the games for this week. Don't think there's much else to talk about. Nothing really huge went on this week. Not related to the games. So that's going to be it for NFL Talk Episode 1. Hope you guys did enjoy this little podcast, I guess you could say. This will be happening every Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, hope you did enjoy this video. Remember to subscribe to Fire Hits. His channel will be linked down below, and hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye. Also, join the giveaway. Go watch my video, my 50 subscriber giveaway. Thank you everyone for 50 subs. Go join that giveaway, and yes, goodbye.